everyone, I'm 9 and I'm your second face for this channel. Lacey did an amazing job on her first video and I'm so proud and I can't wait to see what direction this channel goes in. For my first video, I decided to give a bit of background about what I'm going to be sharing in the future. I go to a cosmetology school, which is where I'm getting all the stuff I'll be talking about. So cosmetology is the art of beautifying the hair, skin, and nails. It is tons of fun and I love it. I personally go to a VOTEC school. A VOTEC school means you do high school half the day and cosmetology the other half. It keeps you really busy, but it's a lot of fun. So let's start off with how much did it cost? Because cosmetology schools are supposed to be really expensive. Cosmetology schools are really expensive, but not a VOTEC cosmetology school. A cosmetology school can run anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 and even more at times. My school just charges you the cost of your kit and what you need to be in that class. What we needed to be in the class besides our kit, which contained literally everything, were white smocks, which you can get from a uniform outlet, and white shoes. I suggest getting a good pair of shoes because you will be standing a lot. What do you do in this class? I do a lot in this class, like a lot. It's kind of hard to stress how much work we actually do because a lot of people think cosmetology is just Barbie beauty shop and you get to experiment on each other. While you do get to experiment on each other, it's not all the time. Majority of the time, you're working on mannequins. While it seems dull and boring, it's not really all that bad. You get used to it. And depending on how your teacher wants to start off the year, you'll get a different task. We started off with perm wraps in my class, which is basically, have you ever seen someone getting a perm and you'll see the rods in their hair and that gives the curl like diameter and how like stringy and stuff they are, I guess. And we started off with just the basic 9-section perm wrap, which is like people with really tight curly curls next to their head. That's what they get, and that's what we learned how to do. And it was awful. I remember absolutely hating it. And then we moved on to hairstyling, which I also hated. And then we moved on to, I think, manicures, which again I hated. It seems like I'm doing really bad in this class. But not everyone loves everything in cosmetology. I know for a fact that I will never, ever be a nail technician. I just do not have the patience to sit there filling in nails when I do acrylics. I just don't. However, when we finally got around to facials, that's where I felt like I did good. It's where I know what I'm doing. But also with haircutting, I also did really good with haircutting. It's something I like. The more you like a certain subject, the better you will do. If you like curling hair, you will be good at curling hair. Cosmetology is basically your passion. If you have a passion about feet, which that sounds really weird, but some girls do like giving people pedicures. Pedicures look nice. What if they like making people feel good about their feet? Because some people's feet are nasty. Some people like pedicures. Some girls like hair cutting. Some people like just dyeing the hair because a simple change in hair can make the difference for a person. Cosmetology is all about other people and not yourself. Now, out of class work. There's a lot of out-of-class work. We get 3 different books from My Lady standard textbooks. We can do anywhere from a chapter that's 50 questions to 255. We have 2 workbooks where we write all of our answers, and then we have 1 textbook where we get all the answers from. The 2 workbooks, they're different because one's a theory book and one's a practical book. A practical book lets you know what you're doing, like how would you hold your hand for a 0-degree haircut? You would hold it at 0 degrees. And the theory book is like, why? Why do you do that? You hold your hand at 0 degrees so the hair doesn't get any elevation. How to succeed in this class is to follow what your teacher tells you to do. For my class, I have to get 3 credits a week. I have to be there. Being there gives me my hours. Without my hours, I can't get my license. So using those 2 guidelines, that's all you need to do to succeed. If you do your work, you pay attention, and you try your best, that's what's going to make you stand out. And also, just some random things. We did a competition called Anything Goes. Literally anything. Don't restrict yourself to just curling a mannequin because you think that that's what they want and that's what you learned. I did a mohawk. I made a 14-inch mannequin, which would be about this long of hair, stand straight up into a mohawk. And I won an award. I won most avant-garde, which means I'm the most creative person. Ha ha ha. I win. But making yourself stand out is a good thing. You want to stand out. It is cosmetology. It is your time to shine. If you act like you know everything when you are on the clinic floor or when you are doing someone's hair, they will think you are the best. You need to make sure everything is filled with I cans and you cannot say you can't. There is no way that you can't do that. You can cut that hair, well, even though you've never cut hair on a live person before, you can. There's no way in the world that you are not trained enough to make sure that that person leaves the salon feeling fabulous. You've never done a pedicure before, but you were trained. You know how to do a pedicure. You're doing a facial on an older client for the first time. What if you screw up? You won't. Screw-ups are part of life, but in cosmetology, there's no such thing as a screw-up. While you may cut the hair a bit too short, it's not like your cosmetology instructor isn't right there to catch you if you fall. They are your safety net. Do not worry about not doing your best, because if you give it all you can, it is your best, and do not let anyone tell you different. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in future videos.